Hello, everyone. It's me, Bobbie D. It's Tuesday, and it's time to talk. Tuesday Talks with Bobbie D is sponsored by Vibrant Souls Health and Wellness. You can find them on Instagram, or you can email them at vibrantsouls@gmail.com. Please forgive me. My voice is a little groggily today, but I'm not, as you can see. Wide awake, ready to go. Hair's looking crazy today. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, it is Tuesday and it's time to talk, right? I know that all of the hype about Martin Luther King Jr. Day was yesterday, right? Of course. But still, I decided I wanted to still talk about it, if that's okay with you. Martin Luther King Jr.'s philosophy of non-violent protesting um, is extremely powerful. And what's interesting is that the current administration is doing their best to try to um, provoke people into violently protesting. And what's interesting about that is that most people are uh, not biting on it. I guess that's the best way to say it. Most people are still protesting the way Martin Luther King Jr. would have. Um, there is a lot going on um, in the news cycle. And believe it or not, and I want you to keep this in mind, that is by design. Okay, I want you to realize that and recognize that because um, the scary thing about that is that this administration will do what it can, do whatever they can to make sure that they stay in power because they've done so many um, unlawful things. And we must remember that. So we want to make sure that we don't get confused by all of the mis and disinformation that is out there. Okay. Um, I want you to stay vigilant. I want you to stay safe, especially if you are a protester. And I just want you to be careful out there. Um, do what you can to uh, continue Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream. His dream was to live in a world where all of us could have uh, fair chances. Okay? We know some people, well, I'm not going to say most people, certain people get a leg up, right? They get a leg up just for being who they are. But what Martin Luther King Jr. wanted to do was to make sure that we could the make the game as level as possible, right? Um, Equal and fair housing. Uh, Try to get people out of poverty. Things of that nature. To be able to peacefully protest with no issues or problems or anything of that nature. And this current administration is trying to reverse all of these things. So, in the form, I guess, in the fashion of Martin Luther King Jr., please be safe. Please continue to peacefully protest. Please do your best to get out of harm's way. Please get out of harm's way because we want you to come back. We want you to continue to go home to your family. You could certainly protest, do what you have to do if you are angry about what is going on. Um, you don't necessarily have to put your body in between what's going on. You could protest in other ways that are also effective, like where you spend your money, who you watch on television, or in these um, um, social media spaces. You could protest in that way. You don't have to get hurt or be pepper sprayed or something like that to make a difference. Even though Martin Luther King Jr. did all of those things, he was uh, pepper sprayed, I'm sure. He was harmed. He was jailed. And unfortunately, eventually assassinated. But you don't have to do things uh, in a way where you can get harmed. Okay. Now, of course, Martin Luther King Jr. wasn't trying to get hurt or trying to get harmed, but he was putting his body in between those who deserved the right to just live and those who were trying to take those rights away. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But we are going to continue on this fight. We are not willing to give up Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream. And though we, by this administration, have been pushed back several decades now, and it's going to take several decades to fix, we're not going to give up. We're not going to give up. And you shouldn't either. So please, please, please do what you can do. Please be safe if you're out and about protesting in those streets, because we want you to come back safe and sound. Thank you so much for joining me today. I want you to have an amazing, amazing Tuesday. Believe it or not, today is National DJ Day. So with that being said, Sam C and I are DJs. So if you would like to check out some of our audio podcasts, that would be absolutely amazing. We would certainly appreciate that. Check us out on Buzzsprout and SoundCloud. And we are the CCI radio show. So check us out. All right. Especially on this DJ day. And give us a shout out. Let us know what you think. And if there are songs, there's music that you love, let us know. If there are songs that you liked that we've played, let us know. If there's something you would like for us to play, please let us know. Okay, please let us know. And make sure you check us out on, we always have something going on here on the channel, but make sure you check us out live every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on the CCI radio show. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.